Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about how do you get your supplier to give you small order quantities. And so basically what I mean with that is if you continuously place little orders. So let's say you have a drop shipping supplier and you drop shipping products for now, but you want to move that to the next level. You want to have your logo on the product, you want to have a brand on your product, but yet you still want to fulfill your products from China. So we have a fulfillment center in China, on the ground in China, and that's where I am actually. I'm living in China now for 7 years. And if you like to hear more of these things from China and things directly from the ground here and about sourcing and shipping and drop shipping and all of these things, definitely make sure to hit subscribe to this channel because we're talking a lot about all of these things. Now, we are also selling our own e-commerce products, and a lot of these we are actually fulfilling from China through our own fulfillment center. Now, one of the things that we do with one of our suppliers is that we have our brand on the product. It's our branded product that we have our logo on and custom packaging and all of that kind of stuff. Yet we don't have to buy, let's say, 1,000 units or 3,000 units at a time, ship them over, store them, and then sell them out and use that cash flow and buy new ones. No. With this supplier, we have an agreement where he just gives us a couple of units every day. So he continuously produces for us, or we buy from him. However he does it, whether he produces continuously or he produces a batch and then just sells us those batch in pieces. I'm not sure. But basically, we're just paying him every few days. I think it's every 2 or 3 days we're paying him. So for us, it's really cash flow friendly. For us, it means it's just like drop shipping, but we have our own brand on it. And we have the price discount on a bulk order. So we get the bulk order price, yet we pay like it's a drop shipping supplier. Almost like as a dropshipping supplier. And today I want to tell you how do you get to do that, or if you could do that actually, because today I got a question in a comment from Craig, and I'm going to read that question to you, okay? So Craig says, hey Niels, is the inventory you are shipping from the fulfillment center branded or unbranded? That's our fulfillment center in China. And how is it possible to find suppliers who are as flexible as this in regards to ordering small quantities every week? I'm in touch with a few suppliers, but they only seem to be interested in receiving quite large bulk orders for my product. So there is a short-sighted version and a long-sighted version, okay? Because we're in China, what we do is that we build a relationship with your supplier. And that is one thing that I think is really underestimated. A lot of people go out and say, okay, I want to have the cheapest price for the best quality, and that's it. And maybe I can negotiate, maybe I can get even a cheaper price, maybe I can even get a better price. What you really want to have, though, is a reliable supplier. Because nothing can kill your dropshipping business as quick as having the wrong supplier. If the quality goes wrong, if they start being delayed with shippings, if they lose products, if they are not coordinated, like whatever happens, if your supply chain is disrupted, you get hundreds of refunds in worst case, and your whole business might break. Like you might lose the money, you might not end up having profits, you can't reinvest, you can't grow, and your business might crumble. And the bigger the business is and the more you're selling, the more important it is to have a really reliable supplier. So how do we manage that? Because we didn't start at this point with our supplier. Where we started is we first invested in the relationship. Okay, so very first we actually drove to the supplier. We had a look at the factory. We met them. We spoke to them. We placed an order. We paid our order full. We paid our order in time. Our communication was good with them. We didn't push too hard for better prices. Like we are building a good relationship with the supplier. Now, obviously, you can't always do that, especially if you're not in China. But there are ways, and I'll get there in this video. So just stick to it a little bit. But what we do is we build this relationship. We place an order of 1,000 units. So we took all the profits that we did with dropshipping. We placed a simple order without logo, without branding, without anything, just with a standard product. We placed a simple order. And then after time, we placed a second order. And then we started to talk with them because we always paid in time. We started to have a good relationship with them. So because of that relationship, we went out to them and we said, okay, good, we need to do something with the payment terms. Is it possible to keep the price that we're getting, but we pay them every few days, right? So every other days we pay them and they release some products to us, to our fulfillment center, right? So every other day we order a couple, like we're selling about 100 units a day, right? So every other day we order 200 units from them. right? So we say, okay, now we have the next 200 units, here's the money, please ship them out. And the same day they ship them out. So we also don't have any issues with lead times anymore. We don't need to go to them and say, okay, now we want to place an order, and then you produce them, and then 10 days later or 20 days later or 30 days later you ship them over. No, they always hold stock for us, right? We have another business where we actually we have such a good relationship with the supplier that we only need to pay them after 90 days. And they have to hold all the components that they need to make the product. So if I place an order today, that's not the moment when they start sourcing all the parts that they need. That's the part when they start production. And then 3 days later, they have a whole batch produced. Right, so all of this, you could say it's advanced, right? But the truth in that is it's just about building relationships. It's just about having the right supplier. It's not about exploiting every inch out of your supplier. It's not about getting the absolutely best price. It's about finding the best supplier that you can work with in long term. And that's how we do it. So first we invest into that relationship. We sacrificed our profits. We sacrificed going for the cheapest option. We just look for who's the most reliable person. And this is something that you can do too. Now, if you want our help with that, with supplier relationships or finding a reliable supplier or going directly to manufacturers or getting you deals like that, well, make sure to book a call, because in the description below you can do that. There's a link, you can book a call with me, and I actually tell you a little bit more about that. Now, definitely you have to invest into that relationship. But then after some time you get to a point where you say, okay, now the next batch that you start producing for us, let's put our packaging on it. Let's put our logo on it. Because now you have a proven track record. You always pay on time. You always send all of the money. You always make sure that there's nothing, that you don't push too hard for better prices. You make sure that you keep your supplier happy. Because that works both ways. It's not only about like you need to be happy and your supplier needs to give you the best way and they need to do whatever you want. Like that's not how it works, right? You want to build a relationship, and then you can reap all of the benefits. We don't have cash flow issues anymore with that. There's no cash flow issue because now we can pay the supplier every other day, or even in that other special case we can pay them after 90 days. But let's say you build a relationship with your supplier. You order in bulk, and you order in bulk again, and you have a proven track record. Your money arrives. You're not bitching about a bank fee or something, and everything just works out well, and the supplier is happy, and you say, okay, I want to continue working with you in long term. So for the next batch, I would love to please produce it. Now we have trust, right? So please produce 1,000 units, and I will pay you every other day for the units that I will be selling, and then you just ship it over to the fulfillment center. Now the fulfillment center that we use is our own fulfillment center. If you are interested in that, if you say you have dropshipping customers in different countries, so you don't want to store it in one specific place, or you also want to have a cash flow friendly business that is not dependent on your AliExpress supplier sending all of these things out, then we can fulfill your products for you. Also for that, link below in the description, book a call, and then I'll tell you all about that for your specific product. So Craig, I hope that was helpful. I hope you saw this video. If you did, let me know in the comments if that was helpful. And if you have any other question that you'd like to have answered, also make sure that you post in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because we're talking quite a lot about sourcing, selling, profiting from your product. We're talking about e-commerce, and we have a whole team on the ground in China that can help you with anything from sourcing, shipping, selling. So setting up your Shopify stores, getting your Facebook ads to the level where they need to be, or improving them. Like, we have spent more than $4 million in Facebook ads. We kind of know what we're doing with that. Okay, so we can give you an advice on that. We've sold multiple 7 figures on Amazon, so we kind of know what we're doing, and we can give you an advice on that, or do it for you, or give you information on it. Or we've been doing multiple 7 figures on Shopify, and we've been doing ClickFunnels, and we've been doing landing pages, and we've been doing digital products, and we've been doing all of this stuff. So if you have a question, if you would need help with any of that, just book a call with me. We help you out because we actually just do the same thing. That's also why it's so easy to do so many videos and to post videos every day, because we're just talking about everything that we're doing anyway, right? So if you have a question, let me know. If you like what we're doing here, subscribe to this channel. If you want to take our relationship a little bit further, make sure to book a call. You can do that with the link below. So Now, all that said, I catch you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining this video, and I have very, very cool things coming here for you. I have a few kind of surprises, so make sure that you tune in again tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Cheers.